Hey guys, it's your girl Laisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another episode of Lazarus. We're now into episode 11, which is called Running with the Devil. So in the last episode, oh goodness, what did happen? We kind of got a little bit of information, background on Leland. We discovered that he's actually basically an heir to a very rich family, and that it's been a strained relationship between him and his surviving family member. But anyways, after kind of learning about him and his background, we also found out that Skinner had an artificial heart transplanted into him some years ago, and that there's potentially a way for them to find him, because they said that these artificial hearts need to be tracked. And even though the facility where he did the transplant doesn't do the tracking, they have the information about his heart that should make it easier for the Lazarus team to find who's tracking them, and then from there be able to potentially track Skinner. So another crumb in this very layered story. And then we also found a little tidbit out that Axel was a test subject for a reactor, I believe they called it, or a reactive agent for Hapna, and that he's not aware that he was a test subject. But from the sounds of things, he's the only survivor of that particular wave of tests. So he's a little bit more special than we already kind of figured that he was. And in the meantime, whoever these people were that hired an assassin to go after Axel, looks like they're going to make their move now. So a lot might be going down in this episode. Hopefully my boy Axel's going to be okay. Oh, and also part of the team's off to India. So lots going on in this episode, or lots going on in the show right now. Ready to jump into this episode, so let's do that. Before I do though, if you'd like to know when I drop episodes, please hit the subscribe button and that notification bell, and a reminder that you can watch the entirety of this uncut on my Patreon if you're interested. All right, that's out of the way. Let's get into the episode right now. Right, this is where we ended. Well, very likely. So there could be some more survivors. Okay. Calm down, bro. You're not an actual Pokemon just dropping out of the sky. And then we got Doug and Elena off to Pakistan. Oh, right, the fever. I forgot about the fact that people were starting to get Hapna-related fevers. That's right. Another thing to add to the absolute fustercluck that's going on. But I mean, her temperature's being tracked, so I wonder how long she thinks she can hide this. Okay, so I guess we're gonna follow these guys and not see what's going on with Axel. Yeah, you're flushed, like maybe you have a fever. Fess up. Why are you lying? Yeah, exactly. Why are you hiding it? She should just tell the truth. Last thing we need is you passing out at an inopportune moment, but I get it. She feels like she needs to prove herself, which is valid, I guess. Mm-hmm. Probably. With paper? Okay. So much secrecy. And Axel's by himself, but maybe that's a good thing. Just in the sense of that this guy won't have anybody he can use against him. Don't worry, Axel, you eat your vegetables. You're stronger than him. That homie's like ready to have a heart attack right now. Right? Like, can we introduce ourselves? Like, oh, you're just gonna take out a bunch of people, huh? I'm afraid you have to die now, Axel. You can't play nice with this guy. Oh, I get it. He's jealous of you because you're more attractive. It's okay, Axel. It's gonna happen in your life. He's a psychopath. You're gonna have to go someplace where there's less people. He clearly does not care about collateral damage. He's smiling. I don't know if you did your research on Axel, but he's slightly, and by slightly, I mean he's very insane. Axel, it looks like it's flammable, and that man's throwing grenades. You may not want to stay there. Ooh, the agility, though. Let's see who's been stretching the most. That's good. Don't underestimate him. That's smart. Do you know who I am? Very true. What's going on? Oh, never mind that. I'm Dr. Charles Xavier. Oh, your boss. He's like, yeah, I'm a spy. It's been a while since you have somebody who fights like you. Hey, Axel? Gonna have to dust off them skills for real. Ooh, was a lot of speed here. already give our claps and snaps to the animators. This is not easy to animate. Oh, you and blowing things up. What is wrong with you, bro? That shows me that you really don't have no skills. The way they're just destroying everything, but I don't blame Axel. What else is he gonna do? Just beat him then. You people! Ooh. Ooh. That's why you want him dead. Isn't this the same person who hired them? Okay. Except one. Mm-hmm. And that's why you sent an assassin after them. By the way, your assassin's making a mess. Sure. Yep, still not dead. She prepared for this, though. It was reckless, but... she'll be fine. They won't kill her yet. He was on his way. You know it is. Is he a phantom? We can see him. So maybe put him out everywhere so he's not an assassin anymore, or a phantom anymore. But I guess he could always just change his appearance if he needed to. But he's being very sloppy right now. All right, go ahead. He's like, you just judged me. They are gross though, bro. It's basically bun and Thousand Island dressing. But you have a fever. But go ahead. This is what happens when you lie. He's like, I'm not that crazy, girl. Relax. Maybe if y'all didn't drive such flashy cars, by the way. That would be it? I mean, that's assuming you can even get to him. No, Leland, I don't think it's a good idea. Respectfully, I don't think a drone's what we need at this particular moment. But we appreciate the effort. I surrender! Because I totally didn't see you following me. Why would you do that, Doug? Yeah, that would have been the smarter move instead of trying to literally... Oh, are you about to go off the cliff? Sucks to be you. Yeah, I don't know why you threw yourself in front of a vehicle. That's dumb. Don't worry about that, girl. You best not pass out now. You got to keep it together. Doug going to the hospital now. Because he thinks this is fun. Right? He's like, you think you're scary. You're really not. Exactly. Ma'am, maybe find a place to get off the... Yeah, thank you. You look entirely too conspicuous. Mm-hmm. You best keep it together. Doug did not get run over by a car for you to pass out. Oh, there it is. Open your eyes. Come on. Damn. Popcat really don't know how to keep a low profile, does she? This doesn't look creepy at all. Hi. Please open up. You don't know me. Strange white girl in Pakistan. Thank God, at least you found her before you passed out. Lying for what? Oh, wow. He really jacked up your arm, bro. You know he's going to be right behind you, right? Yeah, that's kind of the game he's playing. He had the drop on Axel. He clearly does not want to just kill him. Pride thing going on right now. This phantom guy fancies himself the best. What is it about that necklace? Hundan. Were they trained at the same place, maybe? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I just realized. What did you do to the poor person driving this boat? Not the eye switch. Traumatic memories, okay. I'm guessing there was some horrific training that made him like this? Damn. Is that him? What's going on right now? Are you here with us, bro? What's happening? Definitely a story here. Okay, this man is literally breaking. Axel, leave. Why are we watching? This man is not okay. He can have his breakdown later. Or he can have his breakdown. You get away. Don't worry about this. That's a lot of dead students. Did you do that? This guy's got to go. He snapped a long time ago. We're still standing here? Yeah, what were you thinking, Axel? You could have left a long time ago. He's bleeding out. He can't be telling you right now. Finish him, Chris, quickly. Yeah, that's wasteful. Yeah, Axel can't talk right now. He's been impaled, or have you not noticed? Respectfully. Come on. Come on. All right. Well, that was an interesting episode. We basically found out like it's the army were the ones who actually hired this weirdo to go after Axel, and it's to clean up their mess around the Hapna trial. There's definitely something that's going on with Hapna that we're not hearing. Like everything's been focused on Skinner, but something else was going on long before Skinner created this countdown. That's what I'm picking up. And the army's trying to make sure that any trace of that is erased before whatever's going to kick off is going to kick off. Now, I don't know if that's because they know that there is a way to stop whatever Skinner put in motion, or if Skinner was working with them, but something is definitely up. And we heard Hirsch say that. She's like, the fact that the army is worrying about our team in particular so much because we've made the most progress clearly out of all the other teams. There's something they don't want us to find out, because why would they not just be supporting us? There's no reason to follow us this closely and to be on our butts like this. So we see that she goes and she does have this information, but my guess is that all the stuff that she has around the trials, there's no proof. Like she said, these prisoners, the records have been wiped. Records of the trial have been wiped, and all the people who were part of it are dead. So if everything that she said she's going to release to the public at this point would be hearsay. And I mean, I'm thinking in the grand scheme of what's going on in their world right now, I don't think a lot of people are going to care about military corruption. So, but still, there has to be something that's pretty important. Otherwise, they wouldn't be following Lazarus Group this tightly. So anyways, Hirsch is now being detained by the military because I think that whoever that guy is, the idiot that hired the assassin, he clearly thinks that what she has is enough to cause him problems. So that's probably why he's detained her. But thankfully, Hirsch was smart enough to know that that was going to happen. And we don't know exactly what she left for the boss man, Mr. What was his name? I forgot. But the bald boss man, Xavier Light. She left him some kind of information. My guess is that she probably also left him with what they know so that he could potentially start the trouble that she warned she would start. But I think at this point, they got to time everything just right. But anyways, we see that in Pakistan, Elena is clearly having some type of reaction, or maybe, I don't know, she's having a fever regardless. She's trying to hide it. But like I said, her wristband is tracking it. So I'm surprised that the wristband wouldn't be tracking things like that. But I guess it's not considered important compared to other things like the heart stopping or something. But she managed to hide that, even though I think Doug knew, but he didn't push it. But Doug figured out they were being followed, and she basically said, you have to go and, complete this, and I'm going to keep these guys, distracted so we're not followed. So thankfully, Doug didn't need Hirsch to tell him that they needed to lose their tails. And we see that Doug got hurt pretty bad because he threw himself in front of a vehicle. I don't know why he did that. He should have known that they were not going to stop for him. Bless him. But anyways, he did stop the vehicle. And it seems like that's the only vehicle they have. So he bought her enough time anyways before he passed out. I don't think they're going to do anything to Doug though, because they're going to want to find out where Doug was headed. So anyway, that's two members. Well, yeah. And then we see that Elena did find Popcorn. And thankfully, Popcorn knew who she was. So I'm pretty sure she's going to help her, and the two of them can work together. I think two smart hacking minds are definitely better than one. So that's that. But we're not sure how long Elena's got here because that fever is rising. Right? It started at 37 when she was on the plane. It was up to almost 39 when we last saw her. So she's getting into danger territory with the fever. So right now we have 3 team members down out of 5. It's not good. As we see that back, of course, on the mainland, we saw Axel versus the Phantom. And, I think as far as straight up hand to hand, Axel was definitely the better fighter. We saw that. But the other guy, the Phantom's entirely insane. Like we saw he was blowing up cars. He had no regard for collateral damage. He was going to kill any and everyone he had to get to Axel. So that's why I said he can go, because he didn't have to do all that. He definitely could have found a way to take out Axel without doing all that collateral damage. But anyway, we see that something about Axel's pendant absolutely snapped him mentally, right? He said Wings of Hundun. And again, I feel like this might have something to do with maybe maybe there's a connection because Axel didn't seem to recognize that terminology at all, but their fighting styles are very similar. I noticed, like, and I love, again, gotta give claps and snaps to this show. The animation around particularly Axel's fighting style is so well done, and not easy, guys. It is not easy to make animation look that smooth, especially in the way that these people are moving. These aren't just straight up kicks. Like, it's very dance-like, very acrobatic. And so anyways, it's similar. And I think that potentially there is a shared background between this Phantom and Axel, but we see that the Phantom guy, it looks like he had some form of, what would you even call it, break? I wouldn't say psychotic, but he had a break, right? And I think that he either had repressed memories or memories that maybe they attempted to erase from him. But as soon as he saw that symbol, it brought him back to what looks like a school or some form of training program. And with the little sound bites we were getting, I'm going to go ahead and assume that that's what trained him to be the way he is now, but that there was probably some pretty horrific things that happened there. And then we saw with the imagery, very, very cool what they did with the animation of the imagery. We saw a bunch of looks like students who had lost their lives and potentially an instructor. And we see, like, from the viewpoint of what I'm assuming is the Phantom looking at bloodied hands. So yeah, he looked at Axel and he clearly was like, he started asking, the first time we heard him talk, other than asking why Axel was smiling, is like, he said, I need to know how it ends, tell me. So I think there's something going on there. I don't know, like, we have no idea how Axel got that necklace, if he knows what the necklace means. As I said, he didn't give any sign of recognition. So maybe Axel's like this guy and that he doesn't remember what happened in that shared past, if they have one, or it's possible someone who did go there gave it to Axel. But because we still know nothing about Axel's background, I can't answer that. So I am hoping in the next episode, because now as we saw, unfortunately, Axel is very gravely wounded. Like, that's a spear through his abdomen. That is that's very much a life or death injury. He's one of the main characters, so I don't expect that he's not going to survive it. But having this close call with death, I'm thinking that maybe in the next episode, we're going to see him flashing back a little bit about his life and all these different things that kind of led him here, right? Because they usually like to use episodes like that where he's on an operating table or convalescing, where this type of memory will come back and we might get some insight into who Axel is and what led him to this point. Because like I said, we don't know anything about him outside of the fact that he's a very good fighter, a bit of a parkour specialist, and that he seems to have a very happy-go-lucky, lackadaisical attitude about him. But we heard from, was it episode 2 or 3 with that friend from prison who said that Axel gives off that air, but he's actually, if you look at him when no one's looking, he's actually very pensive and sad. So there's stuff going on there. We just don't know what it is yet. So I'm hoping we're going to get that finally in episode 12, because we've got background on pretty much every other member of the group now. So, but yeah, another good episode. We'll see what's going on. Lazarus is down bad right now. They're down terrible, down 3 members physically. Leland's the only person, and Christine, who are not, physically harmed in a serious way. And their de facto leader, Hirsch, is now being detained. So yeah, doesn't look like it's going well for Lazarus, and we only have 5 days left. So interested to see how they're going to wrap this whole thing up. But I enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love, and I'll see you in the next one.